Hello, Nancy Burt-Preece here. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think I got it figured out. Maybe. We'll find out. I'm going live on my going live on my Facebook, and I will also put it on my YouTube channel. Here's all my contact information in February of 2025. So this is the 24th, so it will quickly be ending. Take a screenshot if you are in need of a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'd love to be yours. If you haven't joined my Facebook business page, I just gave away a kit the other day. So every couple of weeks, I'll do some fun things, and I'd love to have you join. And I have a YouTube channel, so hopefully you've subscribed to both of them. Today we are using the Arches dies. I'm going to show you so you can see the shape. And then when you open it up and it folds up and it fits perfectly in an envelope. So let's see how to do this. What do you need? You need Choose Happy. I like that it's a small Happy Easter. I can use Happy Easter or whatever I choose. Happy Spring, hello. Lots of little sayings. So I like the Choose Happy set for lots of things that I use. And then I'm using the Mixed Florals stamp set and dies. And I'm using the Everyday Arches dies. I haven't used the stamp set yet, but I will. And it has all these wonderful dies I haven't even begun to explore. I'm using the largest one, which is 4 inches wide by 5 1/4. So it will fit in your regular standard size envelope, which is great. I am using also the Mixed Media Floral Designer Series paper. I'm using some computer paper. I use some blends. I looked at the paper and picked out blends that I thought would look good. So let me show you how to make this card. So I'm going to set this to the side. First thing you're going to do, and I've seen several demonstrators do this, so I don't know who really originated it, but you need 4. Is there an extra one? Nope, I guess there's just 3 there. 3 I have of the thick basic white. The 4th basic white, I went ahead and stamped some of the tulips, and then you'd have a little place to write a message. I have a 5-inch strip, 5/8 inch, 5/8. Let me check, am I right? Yep. Just a little over 1/2 inch strip, which I will have cut out if you come to my class, and you can just angle it yourself. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use 3 1/4 by 1 inch pieces of computer paper. Seems weird, but that's how we're going to make it all connect together. So I could score it, but I'm just going to fold it in half. And I'm going to do one at a time. If you do too many, it's problematic, I think. So I'm going to put a little bit, not a lot, just a little bead of glue on that other side of the stitching there. I don't want it to go any farther up than where it starts arching. So I'm going to get them together as close as I can. And I'm going to put this piece here. If it's not perfect, don't worry. It's with green glue. I've watched a couple different people. Some people use tear and tape. I'm an advocate for this one of green glue because you have wiggle room. Then I can turn it over and make sure it's lined up correctly. So there you go. That's your first arch. I don't know why I needed 3. I guess I only needed 2. Once again, these are 1 inch wide by 3 1/2. So I'm going to use just a little bit of green glue to make a little bit of a line. And I'm going to make my next hinge. So this is not hard at all. If it's not perfectly straight, remember you got the green glue that you can jiggle around a little bit. That's the beauty of green glue. And it looks like it's a pretty tight seam. So that's excellent. That's the hardest part of the card. So now I wanted to have the tulips. So I'm going to just kind of set these here. And I'm going to show you what I did is I stamped the tulips and I cut them out. Now, if you were coming to my class, I would say you should probably stamp them color, then cut them out. But I wanted to just show you some of my coloring techniques, and I wanted to not have to spend a lot of time cutting it out. The dies cut them out beautifully. You notice what I'm starting with. This is a small part. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I just want to show you a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm kind of going on the lines. Stampin' Up! Gives us some ideas on where we can do some shading. So I'm using their ideas on the green. This is my, I got the wrong one, dark Shy Shamrock. So let's just go back through a little bit. It just gives it a little bit of depth. If you put a little bit of that, and they blend together. That's what I love about blends. You know, we have lots of coloring tools, and there are so many great ones. But I am preferential to the blends. I just love the alcohol markers. I find that I get good success with them. They're easy to use. I'm going to still use the small end. Remember, the big end and small end. Then when I come through, you notice that I'm getting a nice effect. This is Shy Shamrock. And how did I pick that color? I looked at the designer series paper and I picked colors that were in the designer series paper for my flowers. So see how that gives that just a nice image? And you know, if you don't get every little spot, if you leave a little bit of white, my husband did some training in art and he's like, you know, a little bit of white is not a bad thing. So that is how I did it. How did I do the tulips? This time I'm going to try the tulips. Last time I used some petal pink and flirty flamingo, and they were very pretty. You can see they're very pretty. But this time I'm going to use both types of flirty flamingo. So I'm going to make them more pink this time, and then we'll have to see if we like them. So I'm just going to go through. Like I say, I'm not going to do all the coloring right now, but I wanted to give you a taste of how I do it. I'm going to try the bigger end for the most of this part. If I get close to an edge, I'll probably need the smaller end. Now, somebody said you have to start with the darker. You do not. You can start with a lighter and go back and blend. I think I like the pink a little bit better, but they're both pretty. So if you come to a class, you get to choose. Then I'm using the boho blue for these little flowers. Do I know what kind they are? I don't. But I have to tell you, spring is one of my favorite seasons. And I have a lot of tulips in my yard. And I love the different colors that are in the tulips. So they're so pretty. So once again, I'm not going to do all the coloring right now. You don't need to see me spend a long time coloring. But I will show you a finished project. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is put 2 of these on so you can see how that works. I have cut 4 white and 2 designer series papers. So you are cutting 6 of these. I'm using the thick basic white so that you really have a strong base for your card. So I'm going to do that one. Once again, with green glue, if you don't like the way you have it positioned, I really would recommend using green glue or a glue. Because if you don't and you get it in the wrong position, it's much harder. Of course, once green glue dries, it is pretty set. So you got to make sure you like it right away. So I'm really pushing that up, making sure that looks right. I'm not going to glue this on until I finish it, but that covers up all the seams. And the back is nice and clear. So it stands up, which is gorgeous. And it's a really neat card to give to somebody. So I hope you try the Hinged Arch card. I'm using the biggest arches. So it's not like you need measurements for that. The only real measurement I needed is for this. And I cut this out of a piece of scrap. So it's kind of a fun card to make. And I don't know about you, it's the end of February and I'm really getting tired of this yucky weather. So it's fun to make some brighter colors. I hope you have a great day.